Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everybody. I will do deployment of Islamic education. My name is Yogi Fernando. To understand Islamic education can cannot be done simply by looking at a piece of what is found in the reality of Islamic education, but should be seen from the value system on which the paradigm Hassan Lunglung stated very wrong when reviewing only Islamic education from educational institutions that emerged in the history of Islam from the curriculum alone of teaching method and release. Islamic issues, ideology or paradigm of Islamic education is a complex picture of the deity, the universe, and of all the people associated with the Islamic educational theory that everything is an unequal and complete just required an effort to refine the necessary paradigm for developing Islamic education. And education is a reciprocal process between educator to student and educational objective based on certain values. In the implementation of education as a process between educator and get student to educational factor. In paradigm of Islamic education. In Islamic education, the paradigm of Al-Quran and Hadith. Basic paradigm is identical to the basic Islamic education of Islam itself, but come from the same source, namely Al-Quran and Al-Hadith. From both sources in the emerged a number of ideas about Muslim issues, covering various aspects including the issues of Islamic education. Basic education as Islam, Al-Quran, and Hadith is a reference to pen, create, and develop paradigm, concept, principle, theories, and technique of Islamic education. Ahmad Tafsir states the education in Islam is a human empowerment process toward maturity, but intellectually, mentally, and morally to carry out the function, carry humanity as a servant of good and a vicegerent on earth, because the function of education is to prepare students with the skill and the expertise required in order to have the ability and readiness to close into the community. And early Islamic educational progress. In the history of Islam, civilization, trajectory, educational role in really to from a civilization, the Islamic civilization was once the leading civilization throughout the Arabian to Eastern Europe for the existence of an educational paradigm that empower learner is a necessity. Progress of the Islamic civilization and culture cannot be separated from the system on conducted educational paradigm at the time. Awareness of the importance of science and educational among Muslims doesn't appear suddenly, spontaneously, unsuddenly. The awareness emerged from a long process that began the early day of Islam Muhammad Rasul period. Early Islamic educational progress in Muhammad Rasul progress. In Muhammad Rasul progress start in Makkah. At the time Muhammad all while instill awareness of the urgency of his components and science, and all while encourage Muslims to seek knowledge constantly. This is evidenced by the many traditions that explain the urgency and primacy of science and people who have knowledge. And two, Islamic education progressed in Umar bin Khattab period. After Muhammad death, he accompanied and the Muslim in general to continue this mission by instilling awareness of the importance of knowledge the succeeding generation, so that the awareness become like among Muslim and reset is back in the 11th century until the beginning of the 30th century of foreigner of Islamic education began when Umar bin Khattab sent officers specifically to different area of Islam to be a resource person for the Muslim community in the region. And the three early Islamic education progress in institution modern Islamic education emerged in the late 10th century of the College University Al-Azhar, Cairo. In addition to library and laboratory equipped by also teaching curriculum already implies the consent the disciplines to be taught to students. The curriculum is the curriculum to important. The curriculum, medicine, geography, mathematics, and so on. Thank you.